Are you new to streaming, or have you been streaming for a while, struggling to get people to stay in your Twitch chat? Well, today we're going to be going through the 5 most common mistakes that streamers make. So let's jump straight into the video. Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Darren, aka discoverable23. I'm a variety streamer over on Twitch at twitch.tv/discoverable23. Today's video, we're going to be going through the 5 most common mistakes that streamers make. Starting off with the number 1 mistake that streamers make when they start streaming is audio quality. When I talk about quality of audio, I'm talking of like humming, popping, high-pitched noises in your mic, background noises, so your dog's barking, your neighbours having a fight outside, anything along those lines. They can really put a viewer off if they come into the channel and the audio is just not right. Now, by me saying audio quality, I'm not expecting new streamers or anyone to go out and then buy a £300 mic and expect the best. You don't need to have an expensive piece of equipment to have good audio quality. For me, I've got a Blue Snowball and it does the job absolutely fine. All you need to do is just play around with the settings a little bit. There's loads and loads of videos out on YouTube that will explain to you the best type of software to use, the best settings to use on your stream. There's loads and loads of different things out there that will help you get your audio quality sounding crisp. I can't stress how important audio quality is. I know I've said it already, but the amount of times I will go into a Twitch chat if they're a small streamer and there'll be some sort of background noise and it's really, really off-putting from the moment that they're in. Could be a really tenseful moment in a game and their mic will be really high-pitched, screeching in the background or humming, or the dogs will be barking in the background. It's really, really off-putting, and I think it draws away from the streamer streaming, and it actually puts more attention on that noise, and that's something as a streamer we all know we don't want. We want the attention on our stream and the game we're playing, and we want people to be engrossed with our stream and interact with our stream. Mistake number 2 is the type of game streamers stream. Now, I'm a victim to this, so please don't feel like I'm ripping into people that play these sort of games. I'm not, because if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. However, you've got to make sure that you're playing games that aren't too oversaturated. Now, what I mean by oversaturated is games like Minecraft, Fortnite, Valorant, Call of Duty, FIFA, those sort of games that have a very high amount of people watching and a lot of people streaming. Just think, when you click onto a Valorant stream that has 300,000 people watching that category, the people at the top are going to have 20 to 30k viewers watching. If you're sat at the bottom of that list, people aren't going to be scrolling all the way down to try and find your channel. The best way around this is finding a game that has a high amount of people following it to the amount of people watching it. Now, that sounds strange because you must be thinking, why no one's going to come and watch my stream if there's only 300 people watching that category at a time. However, if you have 5 viewers on that stream, or even 3 viewers, that's going to put you in the 2nd, 3rd row of that category. And it's going to make you so much more discoverable if someone clicks on that game to watch that game. Like I said, I was victim to streaming Call of Duty literally every day when I first started streaming because I was enjoying Warzone. However, so was the entire world. So I wasn't growing as a streamer. I wasn't getting anywhere really. As soon as I branched off that and started playing some solo games, some different FPS games that didn't have so many people watching it, my average viewers went up, my followers went up, and I was having a lot more time enjoying streaming and having an active community. I'd strongly recommend using something like twitchstrike.com. Now, TwitchStrike is a website where it allows you to basically search every single game on Twitch, and it will show you how many people are watching it, how many people are streaming it. It will give you an overall insight to the best games to play that hour, and it's definitely something I would utilize. I still do now, and it 100% is a great platform for you guys to just use. That mistake slightly brings us on to our next mistake that people make, and that is the amount of time people spend streaming. A lot of people make the mistake of streaming like 10 hours for 7 days a week, and a lot of people see that as the grind, but realistically all that's doing is hurting your channel. Now, streaming shouldn't be a grind. You shouldn't have to feel like it is a thing that you need to grind out. Now, of course, the more amount of effort you put into streaming, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. But you got to think, you got to use your time wisely instead of just streaming 7 days a week. For example, I used to stream a lot. Again, I was victim to it when I first started streaming. So I've been in the same boat as most people who start streaming and just thought that if I stream 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, I was going to get people coming into my channel and just wanting to stay. That's just not the case. You need to make yourself more discoverable on other platforms. So for example, if you cut down to 3 days a week, like I've done, cut down to 3 days a week, and you focus the other 4 days that you would have streamed onto creating other content and making your actual overall content better, then I can guarantee you that's going to help you more than streaming 6 days a week. Now, when I mean the quality of overall content, what I'm talking about is, for example, making your mic sound better, making your overall stream quality a lot more crisper, adding interactions that viewers can use when they're in your channel, adding little details to your channel that just kind of make it a little bit more out there and a little bit more intriguing for the viewer to watch. Spending the time researching the best games to play, the best way you can improve your channels, the things like that. Just overall spending time looking how you can improve your stream. I'd strongly recommend watching back your VODs. I know a lot of people don't like the sound of their own voice, and I'm very much the same. However, if you watch back your own VOD, and then you can be like, okay, I didn't do this right, and I want to improve this next time. And realistically, if you're sitting back and saying that your stream is perfect and you don't really know what to do, then you're not going to grow as a streamer, because you're on 3 to 5 viewers. Nothing can be perfect. And as much as that sounds harsh, there's always room for someone to improve. I look back now and I always look how I can improve my stream and make it 10 times the quality of stream that it was. Also, don't just focus on putting other content out there. That is a big part of it, like I've just mentioned. Like, I'd strongly recommend putting content on TikTok and YouTube, etc. However, also spend some time networking and building genuine friendships with other streamers. Now, if you're like me, I personally hate the word networking, and I've heard it literally all the way from since I was 16 to I'm 21 now, so a long time, and it's one of my most hated words, especially when you work in business that that needs to network. But Twitch is so important that you need to network, like so important. Now, what I mean by networking is not exactly going into someone's chat and be like, hey, I'm going live in a minute, post your link in there. That's no. That's a big no. Do not do that. We're not going to come out and view your channel, and if anything, the streamers are going to be pretty annoyed that you've done that, so I'd strongly recommend you not doing that. When I talk about branching out and networking, I'm talking about building genuine friendships with other content creators. Now, for example, I've made some of my closest friends through Twitch, and all that was because I found their stream on a Discord community, or I found them from just browsing in a category of a game, and I enjoyed their content. You've got to make sure that you're making friends with people that you actually enjoy their content. Otherwise, you're just going to be making friends with people or just using these people for views, and that's not good. Find people that you enjoy the content of. Make a genuine connection with their community, build relations, and that's the best way to network. Just before we get on to the last 2 mistakes that streamers make, if you have enjoyed the video so far, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave down in the comments what you would like to see next from us. Right, mistake number 4 kind of leads on from the last point in terms of putting the effort into making your stream look crisp, and that is your lighting and visuals. As you can tell, my lighting and visuals aren't the best. However, you can see my face clearly. I'm not ghosty white. I'm not too dark where you can't see me. If you look at any of the top quality streamers, you'll notice that their background and their lighting is absolutely spot on. It's almost like studio lighting. They do have a lot more money they can spend and play with in terms to make their stream a lot better, so I understand that there is that boundary as well. However, there's some great pieces of equipment out on the internet you'll be able to find. For example, my light is currently just a ring light that I found off Amazon. It cost me like £10 and it does the job. It's sat on top of a tripod, my webcam's in the middle of it. The LED strip I've got along my wall, it was literally like 15 quid off Argos. I've got LED strips, had LED strips on my TV. We have lights! We have lights! I've probably been sat here the whole video and then just realised that my lights aren't on. But Pretty much. I have LED lights on the strip on the TV behind me. They cost me like £10 off Amazon as well. Just anything to make your background a little bit more interesting. If you're looking for someone to give you amazing advice on lighting, a fellow streamer of mine, Melge, done an amazing video for how he controls his lights through his chat. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave that down in the description. Strongly recommend giving it a watch. And that leads us on to our final tip number 5, and it is getting away from the numbers of your stream. What I mean by this is getting away from like your average viewers, the amount of people watching you when you're live, your subscriptions, your like average viewers. It's that whole numbers game. You get sucked into it, and I've 100% recently especially been attracted to just seeing how many numbers I have. And as much as I like seeing growth, you do get really engrossed in it, and it can actually just put you in a bit of a bad mood and just put you down. And it's just not the best thing in the world. So I'd strongly recommend trying to get away from that. You need to make sure when you're streaming, you are acting like you're streaming to the entire world and that everyone is watching you. You want to put on the best stream ever, regardless if one person is watching you or if 100 people are watching you. You need to make sure that. So that's why a lot of people I know turn off their viewer count. Again, personally for me, it just didn't work because I'll end up checking it anyway. If it's, might have my stream tabbed up on the side, whatever, I'll end up checking it anyway. However, a lot of people, this tends to work, and if it's something you're struggling with and you're putting yourself down when you've only got one person watching you, 100% just turn it off, act like you're streaming to the entire world, make the stream engrossing, and I 100% tell you now that people are going to come and watch you. But like I said, stream because it's fun, stream because you enjoy it. Don't stress about the numbers. They will come as long as your content is good and you enjoy what you do. The numbers and everything will increase, but don't get too engrossed by it. And on that note, that is everything from me. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you subscribe and leave down in the comments what you'd like to see next, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.